Hi there, my name is Shelby Preston, and I am the Emergency Management Coordinator for Island County. Today we're going to be talking about severe weather. So what is severe weather? Many people think of severe weather as tornadoes, thunderstorms, hurricanes, or blizzards, and we really don't get those here. What we do experience are windstorms, prolonged cold and heat events, and droughts. Windstorms are definitely our most prevalent hazard in Island County, and they can cause damage to private property and interrupt our utility services, including power. Island County also experiences occasional snow and cold weather events. An example of this includes the Snowmageddon event in February of 2019. The first severe weather event we're going to talk about are windstorms. Damaging winds are categorized as exceeding 60 miles per hour, but even lower wind speeds can cause damage to property and interfere with utility services. Wind events can occur at any time of the year, but they are more likely to occur during fall and winter months. These winds are strongest and occur usually from the south or southwest. The 2006 Hanukkah Eve windstorm caused severe impacts in Island County, with all 36,000 Puget Sound Energy customers on Whidbey Island losing power for an extended period of time. Since windstorms are our most prevalent hazard in Island County, it's important to be prepared. Here are some tips on how to plan for the next windstorm. Keep a lookout on weather reports and conditions, and make note when severe weather is in the forecast in your area. Keep flashlights charged and keep spare batteries in the event of a prolonged power outage. Also, make sure you have a backup power source for important medical equipment that requires electricity. Know how to maintain and use your generator. Have a plan on how to feed yourself without power or using your electronics. Keep your refrigerator closed to keep frozen and cold items safe. In the event of a prolonged power outage, make sure to double check on your frozen and cold food. If the food has been thawed and refrozen, throw it out. Foods that have been refrozen after thawing can cause sickness. It's better to be safe than sorry. Do not go outside unless absolutely necessary in a storm. Falling debris, such as tree limbs, can cause injuries. So what about snow and cold events? While these are less common than windstorms, we do experience snow events in Island County. Some years, such as 2019, Western Washington experienced abnormal conditions, resulting in significant snowfall for the region, including Camano and Whidbey Island. Snow events in Washington can be difficult to predict due to the unique geography and weather conditions found in our region. Snow events often disrupt utility services, close local businesses, and can negatively impact road conditions. Cold and below freezing temperatures can occur without snowfall and can cause serious or even life-threatening health problems if an individual is exposed to the elements without proper clothing or shelter. Exposure to cold temperatures, whether indoors or outdoors, can cause health problems such as hypothermia, cold stress, frostbite, or freezing of exposed extremities such as your fingers or toes. Populations including infants, older adults, and individuals with underlying health conditions are especially susceptible to cold temperatures. So how can your family prepare for a snow event? Be ready to shelter in your home for several days. Road conditions may not be safe to travel on unless for emergencies. Much like windstorms, have a backup power source for important medical equipment if it requires electricity. Also like windstorms, know how to use and maintain your generator. You can also weatherproof your home. Use weather strips for doors and windows, install thermal-pane window covers, repair leaks in your roof, schedule inspections for your fireplace and heater, etc. Install and maintain carbon monoxide detectors and smoke detectors in your home. Make sure to monitor vulnerable populations for signs of hypothermia and frostbite. Much like being prepared at home, it's important to be prepared when you're on the road. Have an emergency plan if you're traveling across mountain passes, especially during the winter months. And make sure you have the following items in your car: cell phone, charger, an extra battery, warm clothing such as hats, coats, blankets, a windshield scraper, a shovel, a battery-powered radio, and extra batteries. Don't forget your flashlight and extra batteries, food and water, a first aid kit, tire chains and know how to put them on your vehicle, tire repair, compressed air, sand or cat litter for traction, jumper cables, reflectors, flares, flags, and a road map. The last weather event we're going to talk about is extreme heat. Extreme heat is categorized by temperatures that are 10 degrees or more above the average high temperature and lasts for several weeks. Defining a heat wave is much more difficult due to different regions experiencing various weather conditions and climates. Extreme heat can lead to secondary hazards such as droughts, wildfires, water shortages, and power outages. Both extreme heat and its secondary hazards can impact society through loss of life, economic costs such as agriculture, transportation, or energy, and loss of ecosystems, wildlife habitats, and water resources. Populations that are vulnerable to extreme heat include infants, children under the age of 5, pregnant women, older adults, the homeless or poor, and people with disabilities and chronic diseases. Preparing for extreme heat is a little different than preparing for other weather events. To prepare for extreme heat, keep an eye on weather conditions, especially during the warmer months for increased daily temperatures. Make sure you drink and hydrate often throughout the day to avoid dehydration. Make sure that young children, older adults, and individuals with disabilities are staying well hydrated and check for signs of heat illness. Wear sunscreen and minimize time spent outside during the afternoon hours. And lastly, have a plan ready in the event of water shortages or water restrictions in your region. Interested in learning more about severe weather? Check out these additional resources below.